Letterer, the only abscam defendant to be re-elected, had violated House standards of conduct. The panel said it would conduct hearings to decide what punishment to recommend to the House. Last summer, the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights warned that police brutality is still a serious problem that sometimes triggers urban disorder. The report mentioned such major cities as New York, Philadelphia, and Miami. But as Steve Croft reports, the problem extends beyond the big cities.
You're at McAllen PD right now, all right? We don't take it you or anybody else around this place. You want to get smart, we'll bounce off you all off the wall all day long and then some.
The dialogue is straight out of a B movie, but in the McAllen, Texas Police Department on the midnight shift, it was reality. Watch the police officer crossing to your left.
You ain't saying nothing yet, shit.
The incidents were videotaped by a camera behind the booking desk. It was placed there to protect police officers from harassment suits, but instead it documented a long history of brutality and police misconduct. The tapes, made available to CBS News by a federal judge, cover a period between 1974 and 1980. They show prisoners, many of them handcuffed, being beaten, punched, and kicked. Most of the victims are young Mexican-American males. When the tapes were played in federal court, the city of McAllen settled a long-standing civil rights suits. Judgments had totaled $400,000.
I've never seen anything like what I've seen on the tapes, and no matter how many times I see them, they still turn my stomach.
James Harrington of the American Civil Liberties Union brought the suit. He claims there was not only a cover-up by McAllen city officials, but also a whitewash.
Not one of the officers who was found guilty in any of the civil lawsuits were ever disciplined by any city official. Not one of them.
10 of the 24 police officers involved are still on the force, including the one to the right of your screen. A number of senior McAllen police officers have testified that city officials have known about the incidents and the tapes for years.
I have record that as early as '78 that it was brought to the attention of the mayor and the city manager both.
A federal grand jury has been impaneled in Brownsville to look into possible criminal charges against the police officers and against city officials. Mayor Othel Brand, in the midst of a heated re-election campaign, denies any wrongdoing.
And I spent my life working with boys clubs and Boy Scouts and girls clubs.
Mayor Brand claims he pushed hard for an independent investigation and says he is unconcerned about the federal probe.
I'm not worried about that because there's not been any cover-up.
Lawyers and police officers agree that it was peer pressure that fostered the brutality, that the department had become alienated from the community, and that policemen felt they had to be tough to be accepted by their fellow officers. Why it was allowed to go on for 6 years is a question for the federal grand jury. Steve Croft, CBS News, McAllen, Texas.
The staff of the Federal Trade Commission today recommended that the commission drop its 4-year-old investigation of television advertising aimed at children. The staff said the only effective remedy for the problem would be to ban the commercials. It concluded such a ban, as a practical matter, cannot be implemented. The stock market today, mixed.
I'm Johnny Bench. This is Krylon Spray Paint, the other leading national brand. And here comes my fast pitch, so watch close. Krylon Special Formula goes on smooth, just like a professional finish. And just 12 minutes later, it's dry to the touch. No runs,